Yep. Yes, I would say that one of the main ways in which I developed big shoulders, is through handstands and just through hanging out a lot on the parallel bars throughout my life. But by mastering handstand push-ups in various planes, such as just straight bar, straight vertical handstand push-ups, pushing into a handstand from a tuck plunge, doing handstand push-ups on a bench here, not on the bars, just from various different angles, it will take your shoulder through a great range of motion and really put on some mass, not only in the anterior delts but also in the on the lateral sides and in the rear delt as well. So just playing around with various handstands and handstand push-ups throughout my life on various objects really helped me out tremendously in developing my shoulders. Arguably the most important exercise you can do to develop your shoulders, your triceps, your chest as a beginner starting out calisthenics are dips. You can do various dip variations. Here, for example, I'm combining muscle ups, going into 10 straight bar dips right away. The point is that it is very manageable, it is accessible to everyone. You have straight bars, you have parallel bars, you have benches, you have all these tools in your disposal. And as a beginner, I remember I would be doing tons of these movements. I can do 50 dips in a row like no problem. So before adding weight, just try to master these various variations. You saw straight bar dips. Here I'm performing a more advanced variation, which is known as a reverse grip Korean dip. So if you can perform this variation, I mean, that's going to stress your anterior delts and your rear delts in a different fashion, in a different manner. And all of this is favorable for developing mass shoulders. Also, as a staple of shoulder development, and upper body development, I would argue that parallel bar dips are amazing. It's a very straightforward exercise. If you can get your shoulder below the elbow, and if you can increase the weight on your belt, if you can perform these with your body weight on the belt for reps, you're gonna have jacked shoulders regardless. And just spending years on the parallel bars, doing handstands, dips, or anything, your shoulders are gonna have to stabilize every time that you're on those bars. So this is amazing for that shoulder development. The third exercise I used in order to build the big shoulders are various overhead press variations. Here I'm doing a axle bar clean and jerk overhead. You can be performing, I would suggest performing jerks. I would suggest performing strict military presses with no drive from the legs. I would also encourage you to experiment with performing basic push presses. All of these variations are going to greatly stress the shoulder girdle and develop your shoulders. Just pick variations that you like performing. For most people this would be a just regular barbell military press. You can also be performing these with dumbbells, but I never have done that. I've always stuck with just performing a straight bar overhead press variations. And what I also like about overhead press and working with the barbell in general is that you can straightforwardly just put more weight. You can track your progress in a very straightforward manner. Like if you're putting more weight on the bar, you're probably getting stronger, you're probably getting more jacked, and your shoulders are developing much more. Lately I've been working with the log that you see over here. I've been working with axles because I'm trying to forge myself more into a strongman. So I don't really work with barbells a lot, but more with other implements. But the point is, press more weight overhead. So there you go. Hopefully this answers the question in terms of how to get big shoulders. At least these are the exercises that I used to get bigger shoulders. And again, to recap, I used various handstand push-up variations. It could be handstand push-ups near a wall, free handstand push-ups from a tuck plunge, handstand push-ups on parallel bars, on straight bars, on a bench, on a table, on offset, offset objects, performing handstands with various tempo, slow on the way down, fast on the way up, with a pause at the bottom. All of these, just being creative and trying to improve the performance, which is the key. Improving the performance, not staying the same level, but trying to get better at what you do. The second exercise I used were various dip variations, right? So I performed straight bar dips, Korean dips, parallel bar dips before doing all of these variations. And even when I couldn't do any dips, I would be performing chair dips or bench dips where my hands are behind the body, right? I have used that as well in order to build up to more complex dip variations. Also, trying to improve the performance. This is number one tip on all of these dip variations. If you can do 10 parallel bar dips, great. But can you do 20? Can you do 30, 40, 50? Can you do 100 dips in one set? I can't. But if you know someone that can, or if you can do 100 dips, please comment down below. That is amazing achievement as well. So also you can go the route of performing many reps on dips, but my personal route was to move more weight. So I would just put more weight on the belt and try to improve my performance that way. And lastly, the third exercise that I used in order to build the shoulders were the various overhead barbell presses. So standing military overhead press, seated overhead press, all performed with the barbell. Once you can master the front rack position, you can perform push press. You can perform a jerk where you dip below the bar, right? You can perform all of these variations. Again, just remember that pick exercises that don't cause discomfort and pain, and that you can progress easily, that you can put either more weight on the bar, or you choose exercises where you can perform straightforwardly more reps, or where you can control the tempo. Just improve the performance on all of these exercises, either get stronger, get more durable, perform more reps, or perform it in a shorter amount of time, and I guarantee you, shoulders are gonna build. Shoulders, I would say, it's not a very hard muscle group to actually target and to train. And remember that, again, this is not the only way. There are many other ways. You can go the bodybuilding route, where you work more on the muscle-mind connection, where you work with lighter weights, where you work with machines. You can perform lateral raises, you can perform rear delt raises, anything. Just improve the performance. Pick exercises that you like and get better at them, and you're going to build bigger shoulders. Hopefully this wasn't too long for you. Hopefully this was informative. If you have any questions for me, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section. And if you enjoyed this video improved the quality of your life, please consider donating to improve the quality of my life and for me to make more informative videos in the future. Without further ado, take care, all the best to you, and this conclusion is longer than the than the video itself. Take care, all the best. Bye.
Алина, подними гирю. Вот такие вот дела, короче, у нас дома здесь это вот типа в телевизор только не кинь, пожалуйста. Ой, блин, слушай.
Шоколадку заслужил.
Шоколадку заслужил, иди покушай.
Ой, подожди.
Тань, ты не хочешь по раз поднять?
Нет, я что-то на урок сейчас. Мне работать надо, деньги зарабатывать. На твою квартиру, кстати. Бомжи сидел.
Бомжатина.
Болите, Surge. Yeah.
Все, нормально.
French hangman. Okay, let's do that.